young people need to regain their agency. As in, when you look at the French Revolution, right, it was led by young people. You look at the Soweto uprising, it was young people. All these various points in history where we cross the Rubicon, it's always led by young people. Now, young people in South Africa have become the slaves of the government. They've become slaves of social media. They've become slaves of communism, to a point where it's I want for free.
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah, that's the mindset we've been given.
True. And as well as, if it's not I want for free, if you don't give me this, you are a bad person.
Correct.
If you don't do this for me, you are terrible. If, let us glorify, and I'll be honest with you, online prostitution. These people that are now celebrities, quite literally, and it's in the black culture.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
Of course it's us, right? Us first.
Yeah, where people are technically that, were prostitutes selling themselves, who now have become celebrities.
Yeah.
They are glorified. Some of them even go to schools, preparatory schools. I'm sure you've seen the videos. They go to schools and go and share motivational talks with young kids.
Yeah, about how you should be proud of your body and do whatever you want with it.
And you ask yourself, what future is there for the black man? I'm very sorry to say, but what future? I mean, I go into townships and I see the despair in people's eyes, the lack of hope.
Yeah.
But people still somehow think that there's a future in BE. There's a future in communism and all that stuff. No, the issue is we need to get prosperity to come into the mindsets of our citizens in order for us to be united. And I think one thing that, and we've got shared experiences where, when you're like us, as in you live amongst different types of people, your perspective is not one-dimensional.
Correct.
You get different views on life, and then you eventually become like us or become whatever else there is, And I mean, having been through so many experiences, this is what shaped myself. I'm sure it also shaped you.
Sure, yeah.
But we need, and I'm saying this from the perspective of being black, as well as understanding that South Africa as a whole is 80-something% black. Our black people need to regain their sense of agency so that they can wake up and realize they are being fooled by the politicians from the EFF. They are being fooled from the ANC. They are being fooled from Action SA, from Mkhonto weSizwe. These are a group of race beaters that benefit from racism. That's what they do. They benefit from racism. And you should ask yourself, you sitting there supporting BE, it's been 31 years. I sit in Soweto without a job, and I still sing BE. What's going to change in the next 30 years?
The white man, because it's definitely the white man's fault, right? You don't have a child.
Mind you, what's going to happen in the next 30 years? I'll tell you what will happen. It will be 61 years of poverty. So I don't know, what do you make of this?
That's true. No, I think you said it right there. Our black community needs to change. Our black community needs to change. And they really don't have time on their side. It's only for so long we'll be so privileged we can go to stadiums and sing about killing white people. At some point, the International Criminal Court will look at this. Malema's been recently charged of hate speech. So we don't have a dance at the beach for any longer. It's only a matter of time, really. I honestly don't think we're in a matter of if anymore, right? If black people are being, I think it's a matter of when now. We are not the criminals, but you can tell it's coming. You can tell we're going to be. There's going to be a time where the EFF will be charged for each and every one of their crimes. Unfortunately, we work with terrible time, so that's only yet to happen. We need to change because we are reaching a time now where we're the nerds of the group. Right? It's not cool to work for the Truth Report, right? It's not what KUHLE is doing online is not cool. It's cool to be the influencer that supports abortion. It's cool to be the influencer that supports ANC. It's cool to be the influencer going to schools and telling little girls they can wear short skirts and dance the night away and spend 1.5 at a club. It's cool to be the one with the OnlyFans girlfriend and the rented mansion, buying fake Lambos and promoting crypto scams and getting the fake Russian job scams, getting innocent children trafficked. That's cool. That's a cool influence in South Africa. We're the uncool ones. Being two young, independent black individuals speaking against our community for all the right moral and religious reasons is not cool. And that's the mindset that needs to change by thinking we need to fit in the times. One thing I've noticed about majority of our black community, I say majority and not all of us, because there's obviously some of us who do agree with what we say, you know, but the majority, one thing I noticed about them is that they love to fit in the times. If this was a time period where it was cool to be what we're doing, every black young individual would have been here. But because it's not cool now, right? We're in 2025, it's cool to support Harris. It's cool to go to these schools and convince the kids to support her as well. That's cool. They stick with that. When you're a follower in life, you'll barely ever achieve anything you wanted to. You'll reach an age where you go, oh man, I wonder what could have happened if I tried this. We're not doing that. We're taking an alternate path, which is why we're the hated ones. We are the black sheep in a sea of white ones. We are the dashes of pepper in the sea of salt. And you've watched us for a while. They've watched us for a while. They know the amount of hardships we've been through. Me receiving strange emails, death threats, mysterious phone calls because of the things I would be saying. And on the contrary, good emails from young guys of all races saying, wow, Sam, I really agree with what you're saying. We need to build a South Africa where we can finally stop playing the victim. You said it, apartheid ended 31 years ago. We cannot keep having a Peter Creel with the majority circle he has walking on a podium and saying the main reason black townships are where they are today is because of apartheid. You weren't even born during apartheid and you're blaming that regime, a regime that was there when you weren't even an embryo, for your failures. That is one of the most pathetic acts of dependency I have seen in my entire life. It's been 31 years since your country has faced such a level of oppression, and you've reached an age where you have just as much opportunities, especially with a winning complexion, and you blame the township. It's very sad. That's actually really sad, because what that tells me is that you have a bunch of South Africans out there living in the townships who are going, I'm where I am today because of apartheid. Not because I didn't work hard enough, not because I didn't give myself the brain to start thinking, not because I didn't start reading, not because I wasn't motivated, not because I don't blame myself for my failures. No, it's always someone else's fault. That's the problem with the black community. Every time we fail, it's always someone else's fault. Change is good as long as the black people are on top. We want to be given everything. It's not even our fault either. Some of them don't even know they have this mindset because we were given it from day one. You must have BEE. You must have NSFAS. You must have COSATU. You must have all of that. You must have
Free health.
all of that. What do we have that isn't free? Free. What else do you want? The 3 million rand? Price has a price. Everything has a price. The NSFAS you're getting has a price. It's, by the way, in case you didn't know, it's not a bursary, it's a loan by the time you start working for the kids using NSFAS. If you didn't know this, now you do. I'm breaking the mold for you like I always do. You're going to have to pay afterwards. And that's what many young South Africans don't know. They don't know that there will come a time where you have to pay. They don't know they're selling their souls. Imagine living in a country where your government says, oh, you're the right skin color. Let's give you BEE to start your own business. Let's give you NSFAS to fund your studies. You're going to reach a point where they say, well, we've given you all of this. It's your turn to give back. Give us your firstborn. Take him to this school so that we can teach him about communism and the ANC and why he should devote his life into the party. We are giving back without even realizing it. We are handing them a torch we unknowingly lit.